Alright, so I've got everything kind of laid out where I want, just kind of picking out where the scenery is going to go. I know where the mountain range is going to go. It's going to go right up there. It's where it has to go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this bridge because it's not quite high enough. It just clears that caboose there, which means any of my excess height cars are in deep trouble. So we're going to see what happens there. It probably means a different bridge. Because I don't really feel like raising and lowering the track because there's going to be more involved with that than it looks like. We're going to have to come up really fast and go down really fast, and that's not going to work with some of my cars. This layout's designed for, very picky, large equipment, and I'm not going to compromise that just because of one bridge. So unfortunately, that means that's going to change. But we can get some ideas of what's going where the roads will be, what has to get carved out, what has to get glued in. I'm gonna have a tunnel right here. It'll come out next to some of these bigger trees like this, probably right here on this corner, and it'll open up from a big tunnel into this big, beautiful scene. I've got my little 080 that'll handle the ore coming in and out of this place. Mostly just for looks. This layout's mostly just to entertain me, for taking pictures and running stuff that doesn't get to run much, or has trouble running on the club layout. So I'm really interested. I have a big blow turbine coming in from Scale Trains yet, and that should be beautiful on this layout. They say it should be able to take an 18-inch radius. But obviously it's going to work and look a lot better on the 22. And this is 21 and 5/8 or 5/6 or something weird. But I got those trees at my local hobby shop. Someone else ordered them. It's not what they expected. So I said, you know what? I'll take a peek. And I think I'm going to need a few more of varying sizes just for this side alone, because those are beautiful. I want to add a little more texture over here, bring this up. Do something over here with a road going down into the valley or something, and then over here I'm not sure what to do yet. This could go either logging or a small business of some sort. I'm not sure. It's going to be really simple. I don't want to get too complicated, but I really like the way this is turning out. I think it looks really good. I've got my tunnel, or my, not my tunnel motor, my cowl unit here. And you can see where that caboose is, that it's just going to clear. Oh, I got a bumper there, but you can see it's just going to clear the top of that caboose. And that's going to cause an issue with any kind of excess height car, which I do have several that I will be running on here. So, but the clearances, everything's looking good for that, which is a big thing you need to make sure of before you really do any finishing touches. As I said with over here, these mountains are going to be tall and thin. They're just going to be really just there as a scenic divide. They might go up a little higher than this yet because of that water tower, just to kind of hide that thing. And like I said, they do have to be thin, so this is going to come out a little more this way here for this guy, just to create enough space to keep this area over here. But that's it for now. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what's going on, and let me know if there's any improvements I should make, anything I should know, tips, advice, or whatnot. One thing I left out of the last video that I forgot, that I'm not going to miss in this one, is when you're cutting close to the borders on this foam, make sure when you're moving stuff you don't accidentally tear this out. I actually have 2 or 3 pieces here that, because they didn't have glue on them, they just kind of went flying. So it did pay off to do the dots. It made life so much easier. But you really do need to do the borders on this foam. It'll make your life so much easier. And to have everything cross-hatched here, so it's overlapping like this, that made life a lot easier too. You can see I shimmed up the bridge here. It worked out really well with some scale 4x6 lumber. But and this is my Wright house, Frank Lloyd Wright. Let's see if we can zoom in on this guy here. Sorry about that. So I want to have that here on the ridge with a nice little car park in the back of it for all the sweet ass rides he's gonna have. But that's about it. Everything's looking good. It's gonna sit like this for a little bit so I can just sit back, test it out, just make sure everything works good before I do anything final, and I'll start doing the scenery. I've got a bunch of these rock molds over here. Woodland Scenics, these Ready Rock rock faces and stuff. So I've got the outcroppings and whatnot, and these boxes are double-sided. That's right, and they weigh a little bit, and because of how thick they are, I really got to make sure that I've got the space to put them on here, which is why I want to make sure I've got enough room, because I want to have a couple along the tracks. I want to have plenty of space to put those, and I'll use them down here by the river, and I'll use them up here, and I'm sure I'll use up both boxes, if not another one. And these trees, I'll probably end up with more. These things are beautiful. Those are Grand Central Gems. This is the monstrous box they come in. So I think they're redwoods or something, but they are gorgeous. And these are obviously young redwoods, because otherwise the trunks would be almost as wide as the darn train. You can see they're 2XL, 16 to 18 inch long lodge poles, whatever that means. And you can get their list price is $40. You can get a discount depending on your distributor. But they are beautiful. I want to get some more of them. What you see on this layout is a pretty apt description of what I have. Burlington Northern, Milwaukee Road. My beans in the steam era with a couple of fallen flags at Great Northern and Northern Pacific. And I'm a big Milwaukee Road guy. I had to have an electric on here, but they're packed away at the moment. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out. This is the most intensive layout I've done to date. And it's working out really well. I'm really happy with it. It's only going to be a real pain to move it, so we'll see what happens. Until next time, take care.